It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at All-Pro Devontae Adams. He was a machine for them last week with several touchdowns, on top of triple digits receiving. It's the Jets and the Bengals. All that and more, coming up next.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB in his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly is a wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 138 yards.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Rodgers to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second down, it's Walker. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Looks like the second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Rodgers now to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. That pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Touchdown! Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Stafford. Open man here is Conklin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Third and long. It's Stafford.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And New York set to take the field.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just got good ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Play action. It's Rodgers. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on him and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 31, Stafford taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Here's Moore on the return.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else?
It's caught inside the 25.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
A first down carry by Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Draw play. Elliott fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. And he'll just get rid of it.
But the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals.
Again, it's Stafford. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll kick things off in Charlotte, an NFC South matchup pitting New Orleans against Carolina. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. The Panthers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Josh Allen, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Gabriel Davis, a touchdown reception. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. Inside give to Elliott.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Here we go with Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Kyron Williams
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't it? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returning it is Moore. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44.
56 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That one complete to Elliott.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Rodgers steps away.
That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. The give is to Elliott. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll run it with Elliott. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Elliott. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Jets.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now Folk for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Stafford completes it to Hardman.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Stafford looks to throw again. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge, it's ruled incomplete. Throwing on third down, Stafford.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. With a disadvantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
This is Elliott. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the